What's up, people? What's up, people? It's your boy MM2K back again with a late edition of the Morning Tonic. Sorry about that, my friends. Just got a lot of stuff going on, trying to put the final bells and whistles on some things, and we will be doing some. We will be doing some gameplay. I think I'm going to be doing some Far Cry 6, but not on Stadia, on PC for those that want to see that. I got to fix the episode of SSC Podcast number 77 because we had technical difficulties. I need to fix that, so I'm going to spend a lot of time on that and just other things, again, with the rollout. Don't forget our giveaway on pntsnetwork.com. Just leave us a Yappa comment. Go to any page that has the Yappa comment section at the bottom. Leave us a comment, and that'll make you eligible for our giveaways. You know what I'm saying? And just other things going on as well. With that said, I also want to remind people that there will not be an SML podcast tomorrow because our good friend Project Storm is going to be doing a stream for Caring in the Cloud charity event tomorrow. It's happening again tomorrow, Saturday. Definitely check that out. All right, so let's talk about what's going on the screen. So what's going on the screen is that we have Grand Theft Auto Trilogy that there has been an official announcement, and it doesn't list Stadia anywhere. Okay. So this has the Stadia community in an uproar. This has them in an uproar because there were rumors, a couple of rumors. One last year that we covered on broadbandbullies.com. I remember writing that article that someone said that it was coming to Stadia. And then there was a follow-up article by I think it was Kotaku, as a matter of fact. Kotaku had said that via their source, they had a special source that said it was coming to Stadia as well, right? And it still could be coming to Stadia. We, on many occasions, have seen instances where games were not announced for Stadia at the official announcement, and they end up coming to Stadia later. For instance, Resident Evil 8 is the most recent example of that. You know what I'm saying? We'll even have situations to where it might be coming to Stadia later, and then all of a sudden it's coming to Stadia day and date. You know what I mean? Think of Outriders, even though the way the game came out wasn't the most ideal. Nonetheless, the official announcement is never the tell-all be-all. But I get it, because the parent company is Take-Two, and the relationship with Take-Two and Stadia to many seems estranged, because NBA 2K22 didn't release on there. There haven't been any announcements on future 2K support on new games and stuff like that. It's stuff that a lot of people want to play on this platform. So I get it. There's a lot of angst. Here's the problem, though. There's a subsect of the Stadia community, even though this got the whole community abuzz, but there's a subsect of the Stadia community that I feel like is torturing themselves. Okay? And you don't need to do this. Let's go back in the hot tub time machine. Let's go to May 2019, I believe it was, where a brilliant and very gamer enthusiastic guy by the name of Jack Buser, at the time he was the head of Stadia Games, he was in charge of finding games for Stadia, he said himself, look, because we're in the building phase, I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, because we're in the building phases, that there are going to be people, even though this tech is impressive, there are going to be people that are going to come to this tech, play it, look at everything that we're offered and say, look, this isn't for me right now. And they'll come back years later and say, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed now. You know what I mean? Now, if they could admit that just a few months or several months before launch, what they're basically saying is, we got something that we feel can offer gamers. It can offer gamers that felt disenfranchised from atypical gaming, you know what I mean, that are casual in nature, and we got something to offer tech enthusiasts. But if you're a gamer that is looking for every game day and date to drop, Biomutant and Gas Station Simulator, and now this, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with wanting these day and date. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's say it isn't coming. All right, so let's do that for the rest of this because we don't know. It could come. But let's just pretend that it's not, or let's just say that it isn't for the sake of what I'm about to say. If you are someone that at every game announcement, you feel like a flutter and you get excited and you're like, ooh, I want to try that. I got to play that game. Feeling like that you got to stick solely to Stadia is torture. Because Stadia admitted themselves that in these early building years, they're not going to be able to get everything. Now, granted, earlier in the year, we talked about inside information that we had that where Stadia said, look, we're putting our head down and we're working to get these games to you. That wasn't, we're going to get all these games here overnight. You know what I mean? Like, they're still working. They're still doing the hard work. That I can confirm. Because I got it from very credible sources. However, this is still, even though that's what they're doing and they're working harder at that effort, the success milestones for each game or whatever may vary. So this can't be your sole platform if you're expecting to play Biomutant Gas Simulator or the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy remake. If you want those day and date, for sure, then you have to use Stadia as a supplement, or you got to supplement your Stadia experience with another platform so you can play those games. Okay? I get Stadia is great tech. I get it's such a wonderful feeling playing games on Stadia, and you're spoiled and you don't want to play elsewhere. And that's, that's the double-edged sword on this. The tech is great and you don't want to play nothing else. You don't want to play games elsewhere, but you don't have all the games here yet. But I'm telling you, as someone who spends over 90% of his time on Stadia, you got to supplement Stadia with something else if that's your desire. Like, for instance, I love Stadia. If I can play a game on Stadia 99 times out of 100, that's where I'm going before I go anywhere else. But I got to take exception to Far Cry 6. Far Cry 6 yet is not 60 frames per second, and it's not a game that I'm willing to wait till it is, like how I was with AC Valhalla. I got to play Far Cry 6 now, so I'm going to play it on PC. I'm still 90% of my game experience is going to be on Stadia, but I'm not torturing myself. I got to supplement my gaming experience because that's what even Stadia suggested before they launched. Stop torturing yourselves. We know that we want these games, and yes, be vocal. But I feel this pain in a lot of the comments and stuff that I'm seeing that is self-inflicted. If you're disappointed that the game is not coming to Stadia, raise your voice and say, look, man, I want this game on Stadia. But I'm hearing this dismayed tone because you guys are torturing yourself. Don't do that. It doesn't make you any less than a Stadian. I don't feel any less than a Stadian. Do you think I'm any less than a Stadian? No. Okay? Supplement the service with something else so you can play those games if you have to, okay? And when they come, we can all celebrate and rejoice that you won't have to anymore. But even as Stadia admitted, you might have to at first, okay? So with that said, that's it from your boy. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. I hope this is good news for Friday. And don't forget about caring for the cloud starting tomorrow. And until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.